ultimate time to touch the sky. I know it's September 11th, Feb, my morning.
All right, guys, we are here with the ultimate Talion, and if you guys have been following me on the posts and stuff on the community section, you've been watching the build-up. So, but here she is, not necessarily new. I've got a couple of videos on this one already, but this was a rebuild. I wanted to add a couple of improvements. I'll talk about all those at the end of the video as usual, but we're bringing it back out. She's fully refreshed. Let's see how fast she goes. We've got the GNS performance analyzer here. Let's see. God, this always happens. The sun, we get it on track. Start. Let's see. Make sure we're reading. Yeah, we're reading. All right, let's see how fast she is, man. Wow. Wow, dude. I think I got a tire coming off again. Woo-wee. Hold on, let's get... Oh, man. This thing is flying, dude. Stop. Read. Oh, no, 71 is the best she's got, dude. That's still, dude, this thing is flying. I love it. All right, well, that's what we got as far as speed is concerned.
In the struggle, my passion ignites.
All right, guys, we're out at the ramp, at the spot, ready to send this thing. Not really much to explain. You guys already seen the speed run and some a little bit of street bashing and drifting. So now we are going to send it and see what she's got. Woo! Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Talion, baby. Bias. Ooh. There we go. Woo. Let's go, baby. There we go. Woo! Oh! I stopped the rotation, I think, a little too soon. Let's go, baby. Ooh, ooh, turtle. Oof. I got a tire coming apart, but I don't care. Turtle. Performance analyzer. Drifting going on in her. Whoa. Let's go, baby. All right, we're at the park. I think the grass is still a little wet, but we're gonna send it and see what she got, bro. Nice. Nice first little hit. Woo. Ooh, I hit a freaking, bro. There was a freaking tree branch. Oh, not the phone. Pole. Dude, that was that hesitation. Woo! Wow. Whatever tire that is, it is on the way out, bro. Which one is it? Let's see. Actually, it's not that it's unglued, it's out of balance. That's what it is. I think it's the left rear. It's probably got some dirt in it or something. See? It didn't want to flip around because of that tire. I'm gonna have to change that tire out, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, baby. No, there we go. Oh, God, I literally just like backflipped it. There goes the body. That's why I hate bodies, man, because it's like, I like them because they look so good when they're new, but damn, dude, it takes one little mistake, dude, and all that hard work pretty much goes out the window.
Oh shit!
Woo! You all right? Okay, that was close. Woo!
Wow. Sweeping through like lightning strikes. No mercy in my eyes. Ultimate Talion rise. Feel your power can't deny. Under the moon we fly high. Raging rhythms never shine. Ultimate Talion touch the sky.
Woo! Wow, bro. Oh my God, that last flip was barely, I mean, dude, if I don't know how that's gonna play back, but that was super close. Nice. There goes the body. Let's go, baby. That was 140. Oh my God, look at the... Oh no, I lost steering too, dude. What happened here? Is that just the body? That's just the body. Oh my God, this is why I never bother with bodies, dude. So I have throttle. Oh, I already know what happened. That's the servo doing circles around itself. Yep. And we're back. Let's go. Oh, damn it. Turtle. That was a quick little upside down reverse. Whoops, sorry. Let's go. Oh my God, I forgot the last time I did that. That makes me dizzy as hell, dude. Oh, I shaved the ramp real bad, real bad. Oof. Ooh, I shaved the ramp real bad on that one. That thing was flying sideways the whole way over. Ooh. Let's go, baby. Oh, turtles all day this morning, dude. What the hell? Whoa. Oh, I roosted myself. Oh my. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Wow, I can't believe I survived that. Dude, I straight gassed it the whole way. Oh my God, that was crazy. Nice. They sound so much nicer when they don't have the body. Let's go, baby. Oh, and we're turtle again. Dude, that's literally the same exact spot, same exact landing, flipped over the same exact way. That was a good, I was like excited about the jump, but then I was worried about you. I was like, shit. Bro, I think I landed in the tree. Oh, I hit that spot again, dude, where it's freaking flat, dude, like a wall. Oh, there's a nice one. Nice, bro. These jumps are so unpredictable, man. Oh, it's way worse than that. The chassis broke in half, dude.
Holy shit.
That's only the second time that's ever happened to me. Wow. I definitely don't have a fix for that. All right, guys, we're back at the shop. Excuse the mess. I'm in the middle of building a fire team. Anyway, so the Talion. What an awesome setup, man. I love this thing, dude. I want to start off by talking about the fact that this car to me is like one of my favorites, man. I don't know what it is. So I use AI to make the intro music to all my videos. This is one of the first intro video soundtracks, I guess you can call it, that just came out perfect for the car. Like the style of music, which is drum and bass, the lyrics and everything. So this has always been kind of a favorite of mine for all the different reasons, you know, the way the build came out, the way the music came out, the video. I kind of like leveled up my video content a little bit on this initial video when I made this months ago, or the first couple of videos I made on this car. Then, so it's a favorite of mine. But basically, we'll get to the elephant in the room in a minute, but the setup on this car, I'll try to remember everything as I'm speaking of it, but basically the way I came up with the idea for this car was I really fell in love with the Asuga, man. When I got the Asuga, I probably bashed that thing every weekend for like 2 months straight, dude. I loved the way that thing handled. Like the whole setup was just like perfect, man. It was weird because it was like, man, what's the deal with the Asuga? Why does it bash so well, you know? Why is it so reliable? So I took a good look at the Asuga and I realized that basically the Asuga is just like a Talion except for the arms are shorter. And the arms are shorter and the shocks are more straight up instead of leaned out. So I took a look at some of the armor parts and I realized if you put Mojave arms on a Talion chassis with Kraton shocks and Kraton shock towers, you basically have an Asuga. And that's what this basically is. This is basically meant to mimic or copy the style setup of an Asuga. And I made a comparison video. If you look through the library, I'm pretty sure there's a comparison video where I compare the Talion to the Asuga, this Talion to the Asuga, because that was the whole inspiration behind how I put this one together. So essentially, this has Kraton shock towers, Kraton EXB version 2 shocks, okay, but they have the ZRS piston kit from M2C in the shocks. I'm running 90 weight oil. A, C, and D blocks are from Custom RC Upgrades. Tower to chassis bracing is Custom RC Upgrades. Tower to tower brace is Custom RC Upgrades. Vidavon bell crank. The shocks do have 90 weight oil. I'm not sure if I already said that. Top plate is M2C. ESC plate M2C. Hobby Wing Max 6 G2, 1650 kV motor running on 6S. Perfect Pass Monster Servo, Just Bash It RC servo mount, which is one piece. I really like that setup because you only have 4 bolts on the bottom of the servo mount that you have to put it in through the chassis, and the actual servo mount is one piece, so you don't have to worry about the other 4 bolts on top, because sometimes you go to try to remove the servo mount and the whole post or the standoff wants to turn in place, and that's really annoying. So to me, it's an easy way to simplify the disassembly and assembly process. But yeah, so ABC and D blocks, custom RC upgrade, Vidavon bell crank, Vidavon center diff / motor mount. I am running 25 tooth pinion with a 50 tooth spur, which is stock Arma spur gear. I do run RC all-wheel drive EXB diffs, which are the ones that have the LSD system in it. I've seen it 1,000 times. Everyone says the RC all-wheel drive diffs are garbage, they're junk, they're cheap, so on and so forth. I think if you look at my library, I have probably 8 months at least worth of bash videos on 6S Arma cars, and all of them run the RC all-wheel drive LSD diff. All of them. All I do is shim them right. That's all I do. And I make sure that my pinion to ring gear mesh is correct, and that's about it. And I have a video in my library on how to shim those diffs too. So I think I've got plenty of evidence that these diffs are not junk and they are not garbage. And I stated this in my last video. It has more to do with how you set them up, not so much with the quality of the parts. Anyway, so moving on from that, I think it's pretty much it on the setup of the car. Like I said already, it has Mojave arms, Kraton shock towers, and Kraton shocks. So that's kind of how I came up with this particular setup. I don't think I'm forgetting anything as far as parts on it. Obviously, I rebuilt this recently and put a different chassis on it. I had a custom RC Upgrades titanium chassis, and that chassis definitely lived a long life. That chassis went through several iterations of this car, but eventually got to the point where it was, it was done. It was bent, and it was bent to a point where it had like 2 different bends or 2 different angles on the rear section. I'm like, I can't straighten that out. So I went with the M2C chassis, and as you saw, this was the first bash that I have on this particular chassis, and we ended up breaking the chassis. Now, there's a small story behind why I don't have a new chassis that I want to talk about. First and foremost, M2C has been good to me for the most part, especially lately. They have given me some free parts and have helped me out with stuff. So before I say what I'm going to say, this is not a full-on shitting on M2C session, but I'm a little upset at the fact that I wanted to make this video. Okay, so this was 2 weeks ago. This bash was actually 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to make this video with the car already rebuilt, ready to go, and possibly even bash it again and show that the reason why the chassis broke. I wanted to prove that, good or bad, my fault or not, whatever. And so first and foremost, the ADU, I have an adapter on the rear bulkhead that goes to the tower. I've talked about this on my Kraton video. ADU makes this part. I modify the tower, put a hole through it, and then I put a bolt through the tower into this adapter, which ties into the bulkhead so that this whole rear section is more solid. I tried this modification on my Kraton. That video will be out soon too, but I felt that it was a better setup, so that maybe prevent the chassis from bending, maybe not. But either way, I just wanted to try the setup, see if it was, if it made a difference, good or bad. So before I say what I'm going to say, I acknowledge that this modification could possibly entirely be the reason why this chassis broke. Okay. And the only reason I'm even addressing the chassis breaking is because I can already see people asking, well, why did it break? What did you do? What happened? So it's not so much that the chassis broke, because honestly, to me personally, I'm like, that's just part of bashing. You break chassis every once in a while, you get a new one and you move on. Try it again, see if it happens again. But like I said, in this case, I was hoping to make this video with the new chassis in hand to show you that, hey, you break a chassis, M2C's got your back. They'll send you a new one, not a big deal. Obviously, if it becomes habitual, they're not gonna keep sending you parts for replacement if you're just continually breaking their stuff. At some point, it's gotta be your fault, right? So, with that said, okay, I hope I have expressed myself in such a way that you guys understand I'm not necessarily bashing M2C because they have great products, okay? They are family owned business, so I respect that. But here's the thing. I messaged Avery at M2C the day that this happened, and I said, hey, this could be entirely my fault, and I'll screenshot that and put it up so you guys can see it. I don't want to spend forever on this subject, but I just want to explain myself because I am a little bit, I am upset. Okay, because I forgot to add that this is not the first time I've had issues. I've had issues with parts not working correctly. I've had issues with parts not fitting correctly. I've had issues with parts that were said to be shipped and whatever, and then they never get here, and then no one knows anything about it. I've had parts that were supposed to hold up to a certain kind of power, and they didn't. I've had several situations that I've never talked about, but this particular situation has gotten me to the point where I feel like I need to say something because it's just not right, okay? So I messaged Avery at M2C. I said, hey, I broke the chassis. Like I said, I'll try to screenshot it, put it up on the thing so you guys can see for yourself how the conversation went. But basically, I acknowledged that this could be completely my fault. I was humbly asking, can the chassis be warranted? And if it can, awesome. If it can't, no big deal. I'll buy a new one. I don't necessarily assume that this is, and I've said this before, I don't blame manufacturers when I have failures. I try to find a solution, and if I end up seeing in the end that there's no way around it, that this is a defect, then I will address it. But here, so I messaged him saying, hey, can we warranty this chassis? This could be entirely my fault, and if it is, no big deal. His response was, of course we can. Just email the shop because I'll forget. Cool, no big deal. I emailed the shop. Shop emailed me back, giving me a coupon code so that when I go to cash out that it won't charge me for the chassis. But then I get another email, and I was at work, so I didn't have a chance to actually order anything. I get another email soon after saying that the coupon code isn't gonna work. We'll send you a new one tomorrow. So tomorrow came and went, a whole week goes by, I hear nothing. So I text Avery again saying, yo, any word on the chassis? I told her to send it, is what his response was. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What does I told her to send it mean? Does that mean you told your employee to just send the chassis? Okay, so why haven't they sent it? Okay, where is it? Am I waiting for something or am I not? Like, what's going on? So here we are another week later. So now we're 2 weeks out from when I initially contacted M2C about the broken chassis. And again, I wanna make it clear, I didn't expect them to warranty it. So I wasn't under the mindset like, oh, you guys need to replace this thing broken. No, that's not what I was thinking. What I was actually thinking when I texted him that, to be honest, 100% transparent here, I was actually thinking that when I made this video, people are gonna criticize M2C, okay? And I want the new chassis on hand in order to show how good their customer service is and how it's not a big deal. We've got a new chassis on hand. We'll swap it over. We'll try it again. And if it happens again, it's my fault. No big deal. Instead, we're 2 weeks later and I don't even know what's going on with the chassis. And from my perspective, I'm like, dude, I understand I'm not Rich Duperbash, Kamikaze RC, or RC Dude 81, or Kevin Talbot. I understand my channel is, negligible in terms of influence, but that doesn't matter. I'm a customer, and as such, you should be taking care of these situations like literally they should be priority, okay? So, needless to say, I'm a little bit bothered. I am upset, and I feel like I'm being treated less than because I don't have the influence. But maybe not. Maybe this is just how they operate. I don't know. But I to be honest, I don't care because this isn't really a big deal to me. You know what I mean? This isn't like something that, has any real influence in my life. This is more like, this is just a hobby. But at this point, I feel like if I don't say something, then this is just gonna be how it is. And I can't let that be the end of the I can't let that be how it's going to be. Okay, if you're going to say that you're going to warranty a part, just warranty it. You know, simple as that. I shouldn't have to continually contact you about whether or not the part's on the way or not. That's not up to me now. That's up to you. You agreed to warranty it, so warranty it. Okay, so, but again, I don't want to spend too much time on that, so I've said my part. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. I already have parts on the way to rebuild this. I don't want to talk about that yet. I'll talk about it when I'm either in the middle of the rebuild or when I've done the new video. You guys will see. All right, so anyway, point being is, that's the deal with the chassis. I really didn't even want to talk about this because it's really not necessarily important. But I also feel like if I don't talk about it, then they're just gonna not do anything about it and whatever, let it be okay. And I don't want that to, I don't want it to be normalized that they will say they're gonna warranty something and then it never gets warranted. So anyway, yeah, so I've already gone through the rig itself, what it mostly has in it. I think up next will be the Kraton, or no, I think up next will be my wife bashing the Traxxas sledge, which we did some upgrades to. We made some changes and excuse me, but we took it out and she did amazing. Bro, she sent that thing so hard. We definitely broke it. You'll definitely see that. But nevertheless, dude, I was just excited to have my wife out there sending that Traxxas, dude. So then after that, I believe we will have the Kraton, which I did 175 feet with, and you guys will see that. And then, yeah, and then we've got a fire team I'm working on. So we'll keep bringing it, man. Hope you guys keep coming back to watch. So anyways, stay tuned, guys. Thanks again to all who subscribed, all who view. Big shout out to my wife. And oh, by the way, I think, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but the Asuga arms do not fit the what do you call it, Frankie the Junkyard Basher. I tried using a Asuga arm. I believe it was Hungry Bird that suggested it, but maybe it wasn't. I forget. But either way, Hungry Bird, if you're watching, the Asuga arm does not fit. It's too long. I mean, just by the smallest amount, but that makes the axle too short, so whatever, anyway. So, but yeah, anyway, keep watching, guys. I'll be here. We're gonna keep on bringing the bash content, so stay tuned and keep on bashing, guys.